Now we will get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here and welcome to Kidney March Expo. My name is Jill Goth and I'm the Manager of Programs and Public Policy at the Southern Alberta branch of the Kidney Foundation. And this is weird to say, but I'm a 14-time kidney marcher. It's more the 14-year thing that's freaking me out, I'll be honest with you, but I know many of you and I'm so glad to see lots of new faces here in the room today. And so before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the territorial lands of the Indigenous peoples of Canada, the diverse First Nations, the Métis, and the Inuit people on whose lands you may be joining in. I encourage everyone to take a moment to reflect and acknowledge. And I acknowledge that I live and work on the lands of the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. And we respect continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with the Indigenous people across the country. So, welcome once again. We are thrilled that you are here to join us for Richardson Wealth Kidney March Expo. So today we're going to learn about Richardson Wealth Kidney March 2023 and to get excited for what's to come this year. And of course, to answer your questions. We're going to remove any concerns that you have, and you'll see the power of what's possible if you join Kidney March. So, it's a bit of a tell depending on the uniform that you're wearing, but how many people here have already participated in Kidney March? There's a few. So for the people who didn't put your hands up, those are the folks to talk to. And for the people who put your hands up, you know the drill, yeah, and how many people here are thinking about joining as a marcher or a crew member? Great. Welcome to every one of you. Welcome. So whether you're brand new or you've been with us since year one, Kidney March is really unique. It's very special and every year is different and we look forward to it every single year. We created Kidney March 14 years ago to put kidney disease on the map and to bring hope to the kidney community and to make an impact that changes lives. Prior to Kidney March, this cause particularly had been silent for way too long, but Kidney March is changing that in a big way, and it has changed it in a big way. We could have easily organized a 5K or a 10K walk, but that's not what we wanted to do. I know some people wanted us to do that apparently, but that's not what we wanted to do. And the reason is we really needed to do something that made a big noise and a big impact. We're here to change lives and the future of kidney disease and organ donation. This is the only march of its kind in the entire world. No one else does this. And there's nowhere else where people have walked this far for so long for this cause. We knew we needed a dedicated community nationwide. It takes a strong community to make this serious impact. And as all of the people in the uniform will tell you, we're a family. We use that term often and we mean it. We are the Kidney March family. The Kidney March community is made up of everyday heroes, their family members, their friends, kidney disease and transplant patients, their researchers, doctors, nurses, and more. And they truly all walk side by side and share their stories and experiences while they walk. They never give up. And I was telling Nick here that sometimes there's a joke that the best way to see a nephrologist in Calgary is to come to Kidney March. Failure is not an option. We have thousands of people join us in these past years from across the globe, from many countries, and we've raised over $12 million to directly support groundbreaking Canadian research, local kidney patient programs, awareness, education, and organ donation initiatives. Thanks to you. And when I say we, I mean you. Our marchers, our crew, our sponsors, all our supporters, and we can't wait to welcome you all back to meet some new faces this September. Kidney March is changing lives, and once again, as one united front, we'll be there again this year. So what to expect? Well, amazing people, dedicated volunteers, and yes, truly the experience of a lifetime. Anyone will tell you that. We're thrilled to welcome you to our beautiful Kidney March camp and route, nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. We're marching 100 kilometers over 3 days. I almost said 3 years. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2024. I'm just from Kananaskis to Calgary. And of course, we can't predict what will happen by September, but we always put the community's safety first. The routes may change, the weather may change, and all kinds of things could happen. But from day one, when we created Kidney March, your safety was always our top priority, and it'll always remain our top priority. So why is Kidney March important? So 1 in 10 Canadians have kidney disease, and these numbers are rising. With the 2 leading causes of kidney disease being high blood pressure and diabetes, kidney disease is the leading cause of death in Canada. 45% of those diagnosed over the next year will be under 65. It really does affect all ages. And did you know that you could lose a significant amount of your kidney function with 0 symptoms? It's pretty scary. Every day, 15 Canadians learn that their kidneys have failed and they're going to need a transplant or dialysis to stay alive. And of those waiting for a transplant in Canada, 76% are waiting for a kidney. So we've created Kidney March to bring hope to the kidney community, to improve the lives of those living with kidney disease and change the future for those not yet diagnosed. Kidney March asks you to do the most you can possibly do, because we're here to put the cause on the map in a very big way. The Kidney Foundation offers free programs and services across Canada for whoever needs it or wants information on kidney health and organ donation. And the Foundation's national research program has grown to become one of the most important sources of funding for scientists conducting kidney-related research. Now, Kidney March is a bold commitment and the experience of a lifetime. It asks you to dig deep and do the most you can possibly do. And it attracts people who want to challenge themselves to make a big and lasting difference in the world. It takes a special kind of person to step up to Kidney March, and this has been proven every single year. Don't underestimate the power your actions have and the impact we have when we all come together. Be open to creating a community of kindness. That's something we say quite often at Kidney March. Of kindness, compassion that lasts well beyond the 3 days. Because when you're in Kidney March, you will meet some of the most incredible people in the world and will be surrounded by a community of support you've never experienced. Kidney March truly becomes a family, and you will feel it envelop you through each new experience over the 3 days. So the experiences could be everything from, walking and all of a sudden catching up with someone and, suddenly sharing your stories. And next thing you know, it's been an hour and you're best friends. And I'm not joking about that, because that's what happens in Kidney March. That feeling of crossing the finish line, to all of those smiles and cheers for the people you bonded with for 3 days. It's giving me a little bit of a chill, but there's nothing like it. And I think I see a lot of heads nodding, that that's something that's really powerful. So our Kidney March Creed video exemplifies the spirit and emotion that makes Kidney March like no other event in the world. Let's watch that.
I am not a hero. But I walked beside one. A brave man who knows the meaning of pain, but chooses its translation in the language of hope. I am not a hero, but I walk in honor of one, a woman who has endured an eon of disease with the grace of the healthy. I am not a hero, but the ground I gain ennobles me. As hurt is rescinded, as torment is rebuffed, my humanity deepens. I am not a hero, but I walk for the body's hero in tribute to the strength I was given, and in step to the spirit I will share. I will not fail.
A lot of that video was taken from our very first kidney march, and being a part of it that first year when we really had no clue what we were doing and what we were in for. It elicits all sorts of emotions and brings me back to that time. But that's the same with every single year. And as a marcher, I'm sure many of you have done it a few times. Every year is different. The people are different. The experience is different. Some things are the same, but the experience is different every time. And that's what I love about it. So what's Kidney March going to, or what is Kidney March and what is it going to look like this year? So let's talk about the basics. So Kidney March is 3 days. It's 100 kilometers long. It's approximately 33 kilometers each day from Kananaskis to Calgary. And we ask you to raise a minimum of $2,200. You have from now until Kidney March to reach this. And most people, honestly, most people achieve this and much more once they get going. We've deliberately made Kidney March a big commitment because we are here to make a monumental change. Set high expectations for yourself and you'll discover a deep sense of meaning that comes with doing Kidney March and achieving your goals. Our route starts in Millerville, which is about an hour southwest of Calgary, and you go into Kananaskis and then back to Calgary, and at the end at Canada Olympic Park, where we have our closing ceremonies, where we celebrate our victory together and you can invite your family and friends. Don't worry about your luggage. It'll be picked up and waiting for you at camp at the end of the day and returned to COP on day 3 for you. Along the route, there are rest stops with water, electrolyte drinks, snacks. Oh, the snacks. A place to stretch, medical volunteers. Listen, I'm just going to say Oreos at 8 o'clock in the morning are power food. Just saying. And calories don't count on Kidney March. You'll have place to stretch, many medical volunteers. I need to add many of them who are nephrologists, as I said, and many people who are in the transplant and kidney program. And of course, the plenty of portable toilets. What do we call them, everybody? What do we call them when we're walking? Beacons of hope, because you see them. You see them and you know you're almost at the pit stop. Thank you. We have roving support vehicles along the route if you need a ride to the next rest stop or back to the Kidney March camp. And the volunteer crew will also take any layers off your hands as the weather changes throughout the day, and they'll be waiting for you back at camp. That way you only carry what you need, if anything at all. You're never alone. We're always here to help. And The route is covered with directional signage and volunteer traffic crew to guide you. You will never lose your way, and you'll always be in sight of another marcher or crew. While walking, you'll come across some of, I'm not seeing this. While walking, you will come across some of the most beautiful and changing landscapes throughout your day. Take it all in, enjoy the pace, take time to self-reflect or connect with the friend or loved one you're walking for. Take the time outside of your busy schedule and lives. You might come across other marchers. As I said, strike up a conversation and really truly become friends for life. That truly is the kind of spirit that is pervasive at Kidney March. And I just want to reiterate, of course, that first year, it was like 100 kilometers is a long way. How can we, is it even possible to do this? And I think one of the best things that we did was really reframe what it means. What is 100 kilometers? What does it mean? How is it any different from doing Christmas shopping at the mall for 8 hours and being on your feet all day? It's no different. And, you know, there was times where we said, you know, aren't we lucky? My children were quite young at the time. I didn't have any in the back, you know, of my, there was nothing to clean up. There was nothing to tidy. There was nothing but just putting one foot in front of the other. And we actually, for a while, just called it kidney sauntering, because I mean, if you, it's not an athletic event. It's not about timing. It's not about distance. It's not when will we get there. It was just chatting and talking and walking. And that's what made it beautiful. Now let's talk about Kidney March Camp, a mountain oasis that will become your home for the weekend, where all your needs are taken care of. Everything from transporting your luggage to getting you around camp after a long day on the road. We've anticipated your every need and have it covered. Camp includes tent cities with single or double tent options, a dining center where we gather for nightly entertainment, bathrooms with flush toilets. Again, after the beacons of hope, this is a beautiful thing. Hot showers and a space dedicated to massage, stretching, medical support, and more. It truly is a city. And we always have fun at camp. This really is adult summer camp, I'm not kidding. Whether it's gathering around for a dinner or dancing or singing kidney-oki. It's our own little Kidney March village for 3 days, and it really is incredible. So when you register, you will pay your registration fee, and this covers your meals and beverages, a hot catered breakfast and dinner, packed lunches, snacks on the route, and it also covers camp amenities that I mentioned. And from the moment you register, we are here to help you. So you're going to get access to the Kidney March website to set up your personal fundraising page, your registration shirt to wear proudly. Your manuals are packed full of ideas on how to train, what to bring, how to avoid blisters, how to fundraise. It's really your go-to guide. And of course, you'll have support from the Kidney March team and access to special groups on social media. We have a Kidney March a marcher private group on Facebook, as well as one for crew. Be sure to like and follow us at Kidney March on all our socials and be the first to get upcoming news and special activities. And we're always sharing tips and all sorts of content for you. And I'll just add that during Kidney March, we have a photographer who posts 1,000 pictures during the weekend. He doesn't sleep, and that's on and that would be on our Facebook page. So if your friends and family want to keep up, that's the best way to do that. Your registration shirt. So you'll receive your package with your registration shirt. This shirt will let everyone know that you've joined Kidney March, joined the Kidney March family for 2023. So wear your shirt with pride. It really is a great conversation piece to start your Kidney March story. And included in your package is your QR code to access your online marcher or crew manual. And as I mentioned earlier, these manuals outline everything about being a marcher or crew member, from when you register for when you finish on day 3. And we highly recommend you read them for all their valuable information. And you'll also be able to set up your personal fundraising page on kidneymarch.ca. Please do personalize your page with a picture of you and your Kidney March story. This is one of the key steps to successful fundraising. In your Marcher Center, there are helpful tools to help you fundraise and reach your supporters. We have a guide available that breaks down all you can do in the fundraising hub step by step. As I said before, it's a walk, not a race. This is a cooperative experience. It's not competitive. Don't let the 100 kilometers deter you from joining this life-changing journey. We're not here to see if you can complete every step of the 100-kilometer march. If you do, that's incredible. But what matters most is doing what you can, fundraising, advocating, and being an ambassador for the cause. And one of the things we said right from year 1 is it's about the journey of 100 kilometers. That means you might walk 100 kilometers one year. It means that one year you might not. It means that you might purposely decide to jump into one of those support vehicles to meet and spend some time with the volunteer crew who also have their own reasons for being there. There's lots of reasons why every year looks different, but it's always a 100-kilometer journey, no matter what you choose to do. And of course, the best way to prepare yourself is to train. I don't train. I feel the daggers, but I should say, oh, okay. Follow your manual when you're training. But what I want to say is that I'm going to get a talking to. I think the first year was hilarious because we did about 10 days before Kidney March, we decided to do an organized training walk, and about 55 people showed up looking panicked, like, who's trained? No one? Oh, good, we're all in this together. But I really think truly, of course, yeah, go for your walks, do your training. But, you know, if you're active and again, do you train for going Christmas shopping at the mall? I'm just saying, right? So, but don't let that put you off. I am not an athlete, but I do Kidney March and making sure that you are in the best position possible for you, right? Is maybe what I want to say. Do a lot of walking. I mean, this is a great time. The weather is changing to get outside, and then gradually work up your distance over time. Other people do other sorts of exercises or workouts, and that's great as well. Try to train on terrain that's similar to Kidney March. I'll be honest, we're walking on a lot of asphalt, so that's helpful to do that. Refer to your online marcher and training page on kidneymarch.ca for specific training guidance. And there is a 12-week program that you can follow. And you can join your very first 5K training walk today after EXPO. So meet up with Laura Fleming in the lobby and have some fun. It's a beautiful day today. So as I mentioned, not only should you join our Training Walks Facebook group to connect with other marchers and follow us on our social pages, but you can also join Kidney March Club on Strava. You're not required to join Strava or use it for Kidney March, but it's a great way to track and share your training achievements with your supporters and your community. An event of this magnitude requires the help of many volunteers to succeed. Our volunteers and crew are the backbone of Kidney March. Their hard work, enthusiasm, and spirit keep our marchers safe and having fun throughout the weekend. Do you have a family member who's on the fence about wanting to join, but perhaps can't or not that interested in walking the 100 kilometers? Well, participate as crew, and that could be a great option for them. So now let's talk a little bit about fundraising. How many of you have never, ever raised $2,200 ever? So a few people, yeah. That was me, exactly, as well. Most first-time marchers have never raised that much money before, but you are going to be surprised. People will support you in ways you have never, ever imagined. And this has been proven over and over in countless examples with people. And we're here to support you in that. Fundraising can seem daunting, but once you see how comfortable you become asking and sharing your Kidney March story, you'll be surprised about what can happen. I would just personally say that I, like most people, was afraid to ask. We don't want to make people feel uncomfortable by asking for money. But what I find and what we've sort of learned over the years is it's about telling your story. So rather than asking, it's about telling what you're doing to everybody, you know, you're in a store, you wear your clothing. A lot of people will print off a QR code for their link, for the fundraising link, to make it easy for people to make a donation, but sharing your story. And I remember the first year I was going to be in Kidney March and I needed one of our neighbors to watch the dog basically and stay at our house. And so we had a teenager across the street who's going to do that for us. And I went over to drop off the key, and her mom, who I didn't know very well, said, "Yeah, you're going away for the weekend, aren't you?" And I said, "Well, I'm actually, you know, doing this 100-kilometer walk." And she said, "Really? Oh my gosh, you know, what's that for? Why are you doing this?" And then she said to me, "Are you raising money?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And she wrote me a check for $200. I didn't even ask her. So you know, this has happened over and over and over again. So I would strongly suggest that you keep sharing your story. And, you know, it's the connection to the cause. It's the huge job that you're doing. It's this pilgrimage, is sometimes what we say, for the cause that inspires people. So make sure they're inspired. So utilize your Marcher Center and personalize your page. So add a photo, as we said, and add your story. Don't be afraid to ask everybody. And it's not just folks that you can think of, those lots of examples. But again, as I was saying to Nick, is I asked my dental office and I realized, how much do we actually pay to the dentist over the years? And every year they sponsor me $300, and it's without question, right? You never know, right? Corporate matching programs. Many employers do have those, so make sure to ask. And the people who are going to donate to you, remind them that their employers may have a matching program as well. Explore in the toolkit under fundraising on our page. And, you know, again, share your challenge loud and proud. There's lots of ideas, and we'll hear a little bit more about that later today. And of course, the team is always here. So some people are completely confident about their ability to raise $2,200. They might know a lot of people and can ask them for that, and they're not worried. What worries them is whether they can physically walk the 33 kilometers a day for 3 days. And then there are others who are confident in their ability in walking. They're in great shape. Maybe they're athletes. For them, 100 kilometers is nothing. It's a piece of cake. But they're wondering how they can raise $2,200. Now, here's a chart to show you how many people are in each category. 1% of people are unconcerned about the mileage, another 1% are unconcerned about the money, and then 98% are scared to death of both. And if you're worried about how you're going to do the walking and how you're going to raise money, you really are not alone. But know this, by the end of Kidney March, you'll realize that you needn't have worried about it at all, either of those things. Most people find that once they start fundraising, once they start asking, telling their story, it actually becomes pretty simple and pretty easy. Once they start training, they found out what Kidney March is about, that it's a journey, it's about being part of a community. The walking part, although it's not easy, it becomes something really fun to look forward to. So fundraising does not need to be scary. The hardest part is starting. And then once you get going and become comfortable asking and sharing what Kidney March means to you, really everything else will follow. And we have a fundraising reward to give you some extra motivation. If you fundraise an additional $500 on top of what you might have already started to do between today and Tuesday, May 16th, you'll receive a $75 gift card to the Kidney March store. And you've seen some of the items that we have outside for that. And there'll be more information about that coming up. And we have some fun new items added to the Kidney March store this year, and more are on their way. If you found at the little store set upside, you'll have seen we have everything from pants to plaid shirts to high performance jackets, hoodies, hats, towels, all sorts of things to add to your collection. And of course, we have more of our in-demand training pieces, such as our blister-free Armiskin socks. Check out our store or talk with or visit the store online at kidneymarch.ca and wear your gear with pride. Use it to tell your story, and it really never fails to strike up a conversation. So let me be bold and say this to you right now. We need you. We need everyone we can get in this battle. You could leave here thinking about this, but more often than not, when we say, I'm going to go think about this, what we're meaning is, I don't really want to think about this, but thinking is a place where great ideas go to die. This can be the moment where you register for one of the greatest adventures of your life. It's going to be a huge year for Kidney March. We're beyond excited, and we really need you with us. When you're involved with Kidney March, you see the human side of kidney disease and organ donation. You hear the stories, you meet the families, and witness the real impact of supporting this cause. How can you bring awareness to your community? Well, the more we share, the more we break the silence of kidney disease and highlight the importance of kidney health. And I encourage you all to share your Kidney March story to inspire others. What brought you here? What does this challenge mean to you? Why does it mean so much? Don't be shy. Let your networks know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and think even bigger. Can you get the media involved? Could you share your story? Could you be on the news? If you want to share your story with the media, contact Michelle Hofer up front here, and she'll be happy to help you. So thank you to our first ever title sponsor, Richardson Wealth, and to our returning presenting sponsor, Otsuka Canada Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, and all our amazing Kidney March 2023 sponsors and supporters. You know, we're always looking for new partnerships, and a lot of the amazing sponsors have been brought to us by you, by people like you, our participants, such as Madame A. Holmes via Trevor, and Mayfair Diagnostics, who are outside, via Brittany, and of course, Richardson Wealth via Kurt. They may be the company that you work for and you have a connection with. And if you think that you know of a business that might be keen to support Kidney March, please let us know. Visit the sponsor page on our website and contact the Kidney March team for more information on all the opportunities available. Now, we have some discounts for you from some of our supporters from here at the Delta Hotel if you're coming in from out of town, or if you just want to wake up in the location that we're leaving from very early in the morning on day one. The Delta Hotel is offering a discount rate for Kidney Marchers. At Strides, we have partnered with Strides Running Room with 2 locations in Calgary to offer some incredible deals to all Kidney Marchers and crew, and they will be happy to accommodate those outside of Calgary as well. And Lauren will be speaking with us shortly from Strides. And a consultation with Dr. Josip Batnich. Josip of National Spine and Wellness will be volunteering his time to help our Kidney Marchers prepare for physically safe Kidney March. He's a chiropractor with a background in exercise physiology, and you'll hear him as well as one of our guest speakers. He's excited to help you with your training and the diagnosis and prevention of potential injuries. And after our presentation, be sure to visit him at his booth in the atrium if you haven't already. For full details on these discounts, visit or contact the Kidney March team for all the details, and add laura.fleming@kidney.ca to your email contact to ensure you receive all of our important updates in the inbox. We know that sometimes things end up in the junk box, so. Okay, so now it is time to hear from some of these speakers I was talking about. And the first person I would like to welcome up is Tanya Work. And Tanya's going to talk to us about making fundraising fun, like putting the fun in fundraising, really. We could have written that much better, I apologize. And about building a team. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they just asked me to get up and talk with you all a little bit about fundraising. My team, the Soul Sisters and the Misters, started in 2013. So this is our 11th year, and in that time we've fundraised over $350,000. So we've also grown from 4 people to, I think the most we've had is 30 people on our team. This year we have around 22 so far. I would say the biggest thing that we've done collectively is just shared our stories about why we're marching. You know, a lot of us have family members that have been affected by kidney disease. So that's probably the first thing I would say, is just to, like Jill said, share your stories, talk about why you're marching and why you're taking part in this event. The second thing would be that we almost every year have hosted a pub night. So we've talked to local pubs, and most of them have, you know, jumped on board really quickly, wanting to be, you know, supportive of an event like this. So when we do that, we sell tickets to the event, which helps us fundraise. We do 50/50s at the event. The biggest thing I would say, if you're going to organize a pub night, would be to have a silent auction, because that is the part that we've raised the most amount of money. We've had some nights we've raised, and we've raised anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000 at our pub nights. So they've been very successful. A lot of those have been about 4,000 or 5,000 have been silent auction. So again, approaching businesses to donate the silent auction, so none of it's coming out of your pocket. Businesses are usually more than happy to kind of get their name out in support of something like this. So, you know, do up a letter with the Kidney March logo on it. You can get some help from the office as well with things like that. But yeah, just get your team name, your event out there to as many businesses as possible. And then also a lot of the stuff that we do is just on social media, just connecting. That's also how we grew our team. We would post pictures of while we were doing the actual Kidney March. And then shortly after, I'd get more and more people kind of seeing that and being inspired and saying, hey, I want to be part of this. So that's honestly how I grew my team, was mainly through social media and friends and family seeing it. But that's also a great way to fundraise. Share your link as much as possible. Share your link, say why you're doing it. Our team does a lot of 50/50s, so you can get the raffle license through Susan and Laura at the office. People love the chance to win money. That would probably be the biggest thing we've done to fundraise besides the pub nights, has been the 50/50s. So I encourage you to do that. And again, just sharing your links and sharing that you're doing the 50/50s on social media. Have it that people can e-transfer you the money. That's a pretty easy way to fundraise. Another thing that we did last year is we actually worked again with a pub, a couple pubs here in town. We approached them and they set it up that they created a burger just for us. It was the 100-kilometer burger, and $1 from every burger went to our team. So we had signage up at the pubs, and then I think we ended up raising $1,000 or so from doing that over the summer. They did it over the summer. They created a Soul Sister drink and a Soul Mister drink for us. So 50 cents from each of those went to our team. Yeah, so we just kind of got creative that way. My biggest thing would just be, don't be afraid to ask. Businesses are so happy to help. And then, like Jill said, also just talking to, you know, your dentist. I also talked to my dentist, and turns out he donated a kidney to his brother. So yeah, there's connections there that you probably aren't aware of. So I would just put it out there, talk to pretty much everyone you meet, send out emails, just put it out there. Again, social media, I'd say is a big thing as well. So yeah, I would say overall, that's about all the advice I have for you.
Thank you, Tanya. And I think the takeaway from Tanya and her team is it's really not about one thing. It's about doing multiple things. And I would even argue that it's, again, putting the fun in the fundraising, doing the pub nights. It's social. It's opportunities to bring your friends together. And as many of the people here will tell you that we all end up going to each other's events in the long run. So it's also fun that way as well. Okay, our next speaker, I would like to welcome again, as I mentioned before, Dr. Josip, I'm going to get this wrong, Batanishik? No. Yes, Batnik. Batnik? Batnik? Batanish? Yeah. Let me start again. Dr. Josip Batanish to the podium to talk to us, as I mentioned, about training and preparation for the march. Come to the podium. Thank you. Oops, I was good, and then it just went sideways.
That's okay. Can everybody hear me? Can I open up with a story? I was born in Bosnia, and I started grade 7 when the Civil War broke out in my country. It was really, really difficult to go through that time. But one of the things that helped us survive is shoe boxes with non-perishable items from all over the world, including Canada. So thank you. Thank you. We moved in the late 1990s to Canada, and we first came to Ottawa, and we came during the Great Eastern Ice Storm. And we didn't have electricity for 2 weeks. And I remember telling my folks, what are we doing here? Like, there's no electricity here or in Bosnia. Another gentleman that was previously in Canada came back and said, don't go to Canada. It sucks. They don't have good towels. So my folks go, all right. So one of our suitcases was towels. In Ottawa, my dad couldn't find a job. He was a structural pipe fitter, and he heard about this town called Calgary. So we got one of our, yellow government checks. He bought a ticket to Calgary and landed in Calgary. And when he landed, he's looking from the Calgary airport and he's looking at downtown. He says to himself, I'm going to walk to downtown to see where I am. So he walks from Calgary airport with a suitcase into downtown. It's getting dark. He needs a hotel. He checks into Cecil Hotel. He said to me during the night, fire alarm goes off. And when he saw who's in there, that was his last night. He came looking for a job in Calgary, but keep in mind, he didn't speak any English. He found a job miraculously, somehow, I don't know how, but he did. And then a month after, my mom and I were on Greyhound bus from Ottawa to Calgary, and that took 2 days to get here. And then when we came to Calgary, I started going to grade 8. So I went to junior high, I finished high school, I did my undergrad at University of Saskatchewan, and I did my doctorate at, in Toronto. So I tell people I went to a lot of school because I followed the crowd, and that crowd went into a classroom. That's who I am. But what I do is I am an exercise physiologist, a chiropractor, and director of National Spine. And basically my job or my area of expertise is any condition of muscle, bone, joint. I see a lot of people with ankle, knee, hip, wrist, elbow, shoulder, spine, low back, chronic conditions, acute conditions, people shoveling the snow, people having severe sciatica, disc herniations, fire, electricity, numbness, tingling, lightning in their leg. And I provide second opinions, sometimes third opinions. I facilitate and coordinate private joint replacements. I'm sure you're well aware of how our healthcare works, but sometimes if somebody needs a hip replacement, but they can't get it through the public system, I can facilitate doing that privately. It costs money, but sometimes people can't wait and get that done. I am volunteering my time to the Kidney March to help you guys get through this relatively pain-free. Relatively pain-free. It's a long walk, but if I can assist in any way, shape, or form that I can, I certainly will. I will be at the march and I will be providing treatment. If somebody has aches and pains, I will be there. Come and see me. There will be some kind of a schedule that you'll be able to come and see me. I would love to see and meet you before that, because when somebody comes and sees me, that gives me access to their health records. And I go in and I look at their x-rays, MRIs, bone scans, CT scans, SPECT CTs, ultrasounds, everything that I need to assess and better treat the person. When somebody comes and sees me and I have never seen them before, doing that in 10, 15 minutes is a little bit tough for me. But if I can meet you beforehand, that would be great. You can coordinate that with my office. We can meet for 15 minutes over the phone, teleconference, in person, whatever, but that gives me the ability to access your health records completely free. That way, if you are at the march and you need my assistance, you come and see me. I already know you, good to go. We know what to do. Does that make sense? I'll be here throughout the day. Come and talk to me, ask me questions about anything and everything. Like I said, my area of expertise is muscle, bone, joint. Anything related to that, I'm the person to see. I tell my patients, if you have a tummy ache or sore throat, not me. But if you have shoulder, hip, knee, spine, I'm the person to see.
Perfect.
Can I tell a joke? There are three kinds of people in this world: those that are good at math and those that are not. This is probably one of my favorite jokes, but it's sometimes not easy to get. So this horse walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "Are you a horse?" The horse says, "I don't think I am," and then ceases to exist. So the joke is about René Descartes' "I think, therefore I am." But to get the joke, you would have to put Descartes before the horse. One more, but a bad one. A bad one. All of you, I am sorry. My apologies. But this is the favorite joke from Rodney Dangerfield. Who knows who Rodney Dangerfield is? He says, "My brother, he's so lazy, he married a pregnant woman." Come and talk to me. Or not.
I just need a moment to regroup on how to follow. Thank you, Dr. Joseph. A few things stood out for me. Number one, your dad already did Kidney March. That was number one. So great for, right? Also, you like a microphone. So I'm hoping we see you start thinking about what you're going to do for Kidney Oki right now, right? Okay. Definitely afterwards. But thank you very much. And thank you for providing the resources for us. It'll be great to have you at camp and out Kidney March this year. And then lastly, I would like to welcome from Strides, Lauren Milbourne to come and talk to us about our gear.
No, I don't know how to follow up the dad jokes anyway, so. But if anyone in this room has met me, keeping me to 5 minutes might be difficult. So anyways, so I'm Lauren from Strides Running Store. We've got two locations here in Calgary and a franchisee in Canmore. So we specialize in shoe fitting. So we are a running store, but that means our shoes are structured for forward motion. So running, 100-kilometer walk, you know, those kind of things, we can help fit you. So we do things a little differently. So if you guys come into the store, we're going to ask you a bazillion questions to kind of get an idea of what your feet needs are going to be versus, you know, what your sister's best friend from Winnipeg has, and these are great shoes. Are these going to work for me? Maybe, maybe not. Anyways, so we carry a bunch of different products. We carry a bunch of different widths. We carry a bunch of different sizes. So we're not a store where you go into and look at the pretty colors on the shelf goes, I like this one. We're going to go a little bit more in depth in that. So when you come in, we're going to probably do a balance test. We're going to see what your feet are telling us in terms of what category shoes, what cushion, what support levels to put you in. And then we go from there and fit and feel. Then you get to try on everything. And then we get to find the pretty shoes for you and go from there and make sure everything is good so that you can wear these for your 3-day walk and everything else that way and have happy feet, because that's our goal. So when you guys are coming in for shoes, a couple of things that if you leave with anything today, your shoes should feel comfortable and should have that bang on fit out of the box. There is no break-in shoes with running there's no break-in period with running shoes anymore. So if something is bugging you, that's gonna get worse. Don't force it. Try something else. The other part of it is that you should have room between your toe and the end of the shoes. If you are right at the end, you're not going to have enough room for swelling and how your foot naturally splays with each foot strike. So keep in mind, this is my soapbox, is getting people in the right size of shoe. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's now witness. It's like, okay, we're going up a half size at least, or if not a couple of sizes. Anyways, this is normal. People's feet will change, and especially through COVID. So what size you were 10 years ago, your shoe size, your foot size is probably going to change, but also shoe sizes within the industry are not consistent. So keep that in mind. An 8 is not an 8 across the board. So, you know, have an open mind. Don't look at the sizing, go on the fit. So, and then when we kind of, you know, when you try on your shoes, make sure you've got good moisture wicking socks. So stay away from cotton. That's one of the big ones that is going to, cotton holds on to heat and holds on to moisture. So when you're walking, this is going to increase. I see some nodding over here. Like, yeah. When you're wearing cotton, increases heat and moisture, and then you're just going to increase your chance of blistering and chafing on your feet, those kind of things. So moisture wicking will basically be a polyester or acrylic blend. Make sure on that. So if you have a favorite pair of socks, bring them in. If you have orthotics that you're going to be wearing the shoes, bring those in with you. If you have an old pair of shoes that were good or bad, bring those in with you if you can. If you forget all of this, it's fine. We'll handle it. We'll deal with it. So, and then we go from there. So we've got the 2 locations. We've got one on the edge of Lake Buena Vista, right on the edge of Fish Creek on Cannon Mills Drive, and then Marta Loop as well. So just off of Crowchild and 33rd. Sorry, we do not have one in the Northwest. I know. And then we've got a franchisee in Canmore. So right, one of the questions we got asked last year is being able to put the disc. So you guys get 15% off on your footwear, anything that's regular priced. Same with apparel and socks. A lot of questions we got asked last year was being able to do the discount on our website. And I haven't figured out a workaround to have it open to everyone. But if you give the store, if you're from out of town, give the store a call. I can usually figure out something on the phone, or I can set it up on the website directly for you. So keep that in mind. And then if you guys have any questions, stop by the booth and I'll natter away. Yeah. Thank you. Right.
Thanks, Lauren. And again, thanks to Strides for their support. So here are some key Kidney March dates to add to your calendar. We have day 0 check-in and safety session, which is on Thursday, September 7th. So this is when we prepare for our big weekend ahead and turn in any outstanding donations. Then we have our opening ceremony and departure, Friday, September 8th. We kick off our weekend with an inspirational opening ceremony at Millerville Racetrack, where you will start your 100-kilometer journey from there. We have our closing ceremony on Sunday, September 10th, the end of our monumental weekend at Canada Olympic Park. And again, everybody is welcome. And then in October, we have our alumni celebration and reunion, and it's a great time to get together to celebrate our accomplishments that we did together that year. We really need you in this fight against kidney disease, against kidney disease and for organ donation, and we certainly can't do it without you. So now we'll close off by watching the incredible 2022 Kidney March video. As I said, please stick around, visit, and at 1 o'clock, we're going to head out on a 5 km training walk. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay here, watch the video, and have a great rest of the afternoon.
Ready for rock and roll!
Never gonna give up. There's no holding us down. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, it's our time to shine. I've been ready for this moment all of my life, anticipating, waiting on my chance to ignite. It's amazing, the feeling when a dream comes alive. Right here, right now, it's my day in the sun. So here we are, our time has come. Every little moment, every little beat of my heart, bound for glory. This is where we start. Gonna stand up and show 'em what we got. Never gonna give up. There's no holding us down. Yeah, we got this. Ain't no stopping us now. Got me dancing like the whole world is mine. Yeah, it's our time to shine. We all get stepped on, but we get back up and fight. Dust yourself off, put it all on the line. Forget your worries, leave all your troubles behind. 'Cause every little moment, every little beat of my heart, bound for glory. This is where we start. Gonna stand up and show 'em what we got. Never gonna give up. There's no holding us down. Yeah, we got this. Ain't no stopping us now. Got me dancing like the whole world is mine. Right here, right now, it's my day in the sun. So here we are, our time has come. Every little moment, this is where we start. Gonna stand up and show 'em what we got. Never gonna give up. There's no holding us down. Yeah, we got this. Ain't no stopping us now. Got me dancing like the whole world is mine. Yeah, it's our time to shine. It's our time, it's our time, it's our time to shine. Yeah, it's our time to shine. it's our time to shine.